And there's another Patrick Mahomes on the base fireworks. And emergent. Oh my god. Well, I'm glad nobody searched these boxes. What's going on, everybody? Tyson from VS Card Hub, back with another rip, and this time we're going to go and have a little bit of a fun one. Earlier in the year, everybody was talking about how the hangers were bangers when Prizm came out, and people were chasing after the gold waves, and then it kind of fell off for a little bit. Now that Optic is out, Optic has basically taken over the market. Prizm is old news, so you can actually find the hangers for Prizm in stock still. One thing that I wanted to take a look at, and we'll do a little comparison, is how they stack up against each other. So here's what we have inside of each of these boxes. Obviously, like I said, in the Prizm, everybody was looking for these gold waves because you can get those numbered down to 10. Whereas in Optic, there's nothing numbered in there. Basically, you're chasing for the Downtowns, Downtown Duos, the Uptowns, that sort of thing. Nothing numbered in Optic. We're going to kind of see how they stack up against each other. Each one of these boxes does come with 20 cards inside. And basically have the little cellophane pack inside. Got the little cards in there. And we're going to kind of see what we get. We're looking for the, obviously, gold waves. But these are the pink wave Prizms. In the hanger boxes, you're going to get the purple scopes. You're looking for the rated rookies. Obviously, you want your Caleb Williams, your Jaden Daniels, Nix, Penix, McCarthy, May, all the top rookies. That's what you're looking for. See if we pull anything good out of here, and let's get to it. So with the Prizm ones, originally with the Walmart ones, they came wrapped in plastic, and then Target started getting them. You got to watch out if you get the ones from Target, because the bottoms, people can push the bottoms in and take a look at what cards are inside. So found a bunch of these. People will sit there and just go like that, push it open, you can see what cards are inside. If nothing else, like if they really want to look at it, they can pull them out, kind of look and see what cards are there. Nothing there, slide them back in, put it back on the shelf. So that's something to watch out for if you're buying these from like Target or other retailers that use the open bottom ones. For a while, they were wrapped in plastic and you had to open them from the side so you couldn't tamper with them, but just be careful. Word of caution. So we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and pull everything out and stack it all up. I did get these from a retailer that does use the Target ones. I made sure to actually look and make sure that they weren't all open before I grabbed them. You can test, just give them, like, don't push hard because then you're going to open it, but you can give it a little push because they are glued. And once you pop that glue off, it's pretty obvious. It does make getting the cards out a lot easier. We'll pull all the Prizms out, and then we will pull out the Optics. The Optics are a little bit different. They didn't wrap them in plastic, at least not the ones that I got. I got these from Walmart. But they do have the little like circle stickers on the side holding them shut. Final one of Prizm here. Yeah, you see how easy it is just to kind of pop that flap and dump everything out. And like I said, you can just kind of push them and see what's in there. At least 2 packs, we know we don't have a gold wave. We'll try and keep the mystery for the rest of them. Go ahead and do the same. We'll stack these guys up here. Try not to cut my fingers off. Tried peeling these little stickers off, and they definitely got some glue on them. All right, one more. My little production line here. Alright. Prizm, Optic. Let's see what we can get. Let's go back and forth. We'll do one of each. Get my little stacks all right. Prizm, since you're the new or the old kid on the block, I'm going with you. Thing I have noticed about, I have watched some of the openings of the hanger boxes, at least for Optic. It looks like you get a lot less colored cards, a lot less inserts than you would in Prizm. So it's really going to ultimately depend on what you're looking for on whether you get some value out of these. Obviously, you get a ton of base at the beginning. And our first silver is going to be Jared Verse, starting us off with the rookie silver. There's Greg Dulcich, Cooper Kupp, Bobby Wagner, and Xavier Worthy finishes out our pinks. Hype Travis Kelce, Roma Dunze on the Emergence Green, and Marshawn Lloyd on the base rookie. Try and keep these a little bit separate. We can go back through them at the end and take a look at what we got. This pile wants to stay in one piece. All right. First Optic, let's see. Like I said, Downtown, Uptown, the duos, you can pull those out of here. So that's obviously what you're going to be hunting for. Is, like I said, there's no numbered cards in here. Yeah, you can already see there's not as much as far as inserts. Ton of base cards. Silver rated rookie, we're looking at Yvonne Ballard. There's Aaron Donald, Brian Thomas Jr., and Jalen Wright. So there's your purple scope. And then Tyler Newbin. All right, back to Prizm. So yeah, looking at Prizm, you get, what is that, about 4 pinks, a green wave, silver. So you get about 6 cards. 6 cards worth of color out of there. A lot less base. There's Keith Byers, Josh Cribbs on the pink, Marcus Allen, Calvin Ridley, and Chris Braswell. There's a Portals, Brett Favre. And how about a prismatic Jaden Daniels? Let's go. Let's go. That looks clean. Go prismatic on the wave, Jaden Daniels. So Prizm Hanger, absolutely a banger so far. All right. Now we need to see a downtown. Downtown, uptown, all around town. Let's see something out of here. We got at least the silver back here. There's Cooper. There's Kenneth Walker on the silver. Chain reaction, Devontae Adams. Primary colors, Marshawn Lloyd. And our rated rookie, Max Melton. All right, back to Prizm. There's your kid reporter if you want to go to the Super Bowl that already happened last year. Or what would happen if somebody actually filled all those out and sent them in after the Super Bowl was over. There's Earl Campbell on our first silver here. Jalen Johnson, Andy Reid. You do get your coach cards in Prizm. Troy Polamalu. There's a Marvin Harrison Jr. on the pink. There's Breece Hall. And thank you, Prizm. We got Marvin Harrison Jr. on the pink wave. And to go with that, Prismatic's giving us a lot of stuff to show off here. How about a Prismatic Wave Michael Penix Jr.? So there we go. Is that 3 boxes down? 3 boxes down, JD, Michael Penix. I think the Prizm Hangers pretty much paid at this point. Pretty close. All right, Optic, you need to step your game up. It's not looking good for you. All right, there's all of our base. I'm just going to skip through all that. All right, so we've got Gesicki and our rated rookie. There's a Mason Smith. Chain reaction, Justin Jefferson. Hidden potential, Trey Benson. And our rated rookie, Jerzan Newton. Had to toy with us a little bit. Said, oh, you got a Jaden Daniels? Well, Optic's got something for you. Got you a Jerzan Newton. Thanks, Optic. All right, let's see another QB in here. No gold waves. There's Aaron Donald to start us out with the silver. Jerry Jeudy, Dalton Schultz, Phil Simms, and Michael Penix Jr. on the pink wave. Absolutely paid on these Prizm Hangers. Oh my God. Stop me now. Stop me now. Alright. Penix. Pink wave. Tua. And a fireworks wave, Jaden Daniels. I'm going to go ahead and say right now, like, we still got 2 packs of Prizm left. Prizm's the way to go. Like, if you find these hangers in the store, just ignore Optic and just keep going Prizm right at this point. Obviously, you know, your mileage is going to vary, your hits are going to vary, but so far Optic is, yeah, basically living up to the early reviews that said it was pretty much garbage. That's pretty much, I mean, there's all there is to it. Unless you get a downtown or something out of here, Optic is not good. It's not a good buy compared to, like, you know, Prizm. Prizm is still holding strong here. Like I said, uptown, downtown, something like that. You got a ton of base. There's David Montgomery. So silver there. Malik Neighbors. And Marvin Harrison Jr. That makes up for it a little bit. There's Marvin Harrison Jr. on the purple scope. All right, Optic's got a little something on the scoreboard here. I don't think I was going to be able to put anything on a card stand. All right, back to Prizm. I have a hard time not opening the rest of the Prizms that I have here. I think I have probably 4 or 5 Prizm hangers left. Said I bought a bunch, planning to do this. I wanted to see how they stacked up against Optic. So far, Prizm is still holding its own. There's silver Patrick Mahomes. I'll take that. Musa Muhammad, Dwight Freeney, Deebo Samuel, and Jordan Jefferson. And there's another Patrick Mahomes on the base fireworks. And emergent. Oh my God. Well, I'm glad nobody searched these boxes. Yep. Yeah, Optic, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Optic, step your game up. That's about all there is to it. I don't know. Unless you get Uptown, Downtown, or, you know, one of the top rookies, but maybe I'm just on a heater this morning. Had an egg omelet burrito for this morning, and maybe the extra little vitamins there. Giving me that energy. There's Ryan Flournoy, Devontae Adams, Ricky Pearsall, and Theo Johnson. And Jalen McMillan on our rookie. All right, last one. Do a little search. Yeah, the rest of the Prizms may come off the shelf today. At this point, we're probably playing with close to house money. There's base silver. We're looking at Marvin Mims, Cortland Sutton, Byron Young, Art Monk, and let's keep adding to it. Just keep adding to it. J.J. McCarthy and Stephon Diggs on the fireworks. Sorry, Optic. Yep, might be the only optics we buy this year. Once these, probably rip the rest of these hanger boxes, and then I'm done with Optic. Prizm hangers, if you can find them, you still get them for about 20 to 25 bucks. Actually, you know what? Don't buy them. Probably gonna have to go see if I can find some more. All right, final pack. I don't see any Uptowns or Downtowns in here. Do look like we have a passing grade, so we will absolutely take that. There's Xavier Worthy on the silver. All right, not a bad hit. There's Michael Penix Jr. About a passing grade of Bo Nix. All right, the last hanger. Optic got tired of me talking crap about it. There's a Jaden Daniels on the purple scope. That makes up for some of the dusting that we got today. There we go. We can at least put that back there and say we got something out of Optic today. Still probably going to trash talk it. He's got a passing grade here of Bo Nix. We got a Michael Penix on the throwback. And then we got the silver Xavier Worthy. There. Honorable mention. There we go. All right. So there you have it. Looking at what we got out of here. For Prizm, here's all the colored cards we got. Compare that with the stack of what we got from Optic. And bear in mind that some of the stuff from Optic is just base, or kind of the base versions of the cards. You definitely get a lot less with Optic. Obviously, Optic is the newer product. You're going to have a lot of veterans. The difference between Optic and Prizm, you are going to have a lot veterans, coach cards, guys in Prizm that you haven't heard from in 20 years other than pulling their autographs randomly in Panini products. You're going to get that in Prizm. When it comes to Optic, it is the newer product. You're going to get a few more of the rookies, some of the decent stuff, decent players, the stars. You're not going to get as many of the veterans, guys that played in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. It is going to be a lot of the younger guys. So there is that going for Optic. Everything jumps out of my pile. So Optic does have it going for that. You are going to get less of the rated rookie cards compared to what you get in Prizm. I guess some of these are the inserts too, so about the same. I retract that statement. You probably get about the same amount of rookies, but you will get more inserts in Prizm. But as we can see in the back, Jaden Daniels on the fireworks, Jaden Daniels on the emergent, J.J. McCarthy on the pink, Penix on the pink, Jaden and Penix on the prismatic wave, and Marvin Harrison Jr. on the pink. So some solid hits. Pretty much the last blaster is what saved us on Optic. So we at least got the Jaden scope, Worthy, and Marvin Harrison. But compared to what we got, I mean, there's Prizm takes it. Anyways, that is the rip. That's, the Prizm versus Optic hangers. ripped, what, 6 of each. I think Prizm came out on top. I mean, there's really nothing else to it. Prizm came out on top. Still bangers, especially since you can get those gold waves, chances at gold waves. Yes, there are chances for uptowns and downtowns in the Optic stuff. Are you going to get them? It's going to be a lot harder. So, anyways, I appreciate everybody for stopping in. Check out my link for the eBay down below. If you're interested in any of these singles, they will likely end up on eBay. Same with Whatnot. Probably end up in a Whatnot show if we don't put them on eBay for a single show. Join us over on Whatnot. If you're not already there, use the link down below. Get free $15 to spend on the site. Thank y'all for stopping in and ripping these hangers. The Prizms are still bangers. Y'all have a good one.